Happy day, whatever day you're watching this. If you're getting the newsletter, it's Sunday, and we have a great week ahead. And I wanted to share a couple of hopefully inspiring thoughts for you to take into your week. I had the opportunity a few days ago to do a presentation for a couple of my friends who are professors at Champlain for a group that they are leading through their capstone project. And this group of students are not only doing school still, but they're gearing up to take their CPA exams. And I don't know, I have never done such a thing, so I can't say I know firsthand how that is, but I know my nephew did, and it's a lot of work. The studying, I mean, you guys know, even if you don't know, you know, right? So they asked me to come and speak with the group. We did it virtually, of course, about, well, they said goal setting. So goal setting, which was really a lot about time management and prioritization. And there were just a few things that I thought I wanted to share with all of you. And I love it that I get to do this work. I know I'm a geek, but every time I teach a group, it reminds me too. And so I know you probably know everything I'm about to say, but maybe there's a spark of something here that you'll take into your week, and that's going to make things even better than they were. So, I mean, I'm only going to talk for a minute or so. So there's a whole, workshop around this. But the biggest thing that I really wanted to share with you guys today was, before you can do anything, you have to have this vision, right? The vision of, where am I going? What am I doing? And why am I doing it? A lot of people will tell you that you don't need to know why, and I don't agree with that. I think if you don't have a strong why, you don't have a strong reason, don't call it a why, call it a reason if you want to. In the hard times, when you don't feel like it, you won't do it. So you have to have something concrete to hang on to. What's your vision? What do you want? And why do you want it? Okay, so that really has to be the foundation. And then from there, you have to start breaking things down into actions. Okay, how am I going to get there? What are the milestones along the way? What's my plan? Just take a sheet of paper like this and write at the top, the thing that you're trying to accomplish. And just make a long list of all the different things that have to happen, all the different actions that you can take in order to make that happen. And you just start working your way through the list. It sounds pretty simple. It's not always easy. You just take the next right step, right? What am I doing today or this week? I'm taking this step. Small or large, it doesn't matter. You're going to create momentum and keep yourself moving forward. A word you hear me use a lot is the word consistency, and I'm probably never going to stop using that word. It doesn't matter how big or how small the step is, as long as you're consistently making progress toward your goal. Some days you won't feel like it. Some days you will forget what your why was. That's why you're going to have it written down, and you're going to use self-discipline to get that thing out in front of you and read it and remember. I was watching a little video. Actually, it was a live thing this morning with Brendan Burchard and Jamie Kern-Lima, and they were talking about discipline. And what they were saying was that the people who can make themselves do what needs to be done, even when they don't feel like it, are going to reach their goals. We all know that, right? This is just something that I need to say out loud again for myself and for all of us, that it's not always easy. We always see the success at the end. We see the outside. We think everything's great. We don't see all the hard work. We don't see the hours, the late nights, the concerns. I'm not going to say worries. They're not worries, right? Okay, worries. All the other stuff. But in the end, the successful person is the one that does get that piece of paper out, that has written down what the why is and reminds themselves, right? Like, we have to make it easier by at least having it written down, but you have to be willing to do these things. And you also have to be willing to give yourself a break when you need it too. Working yourself to the bone, not taking a break, not resting, that's so pre-COVID, right? It's actually so a long time ago, right? It's just, we know it's not productive. Take the break, re-energize, renew yourself. It's different for all of us how that works. Jump back in and start working on that list of actions again. Last thing I'm going to say is when you have this list of actions every Sunday, so today, it could be the day if you're listening when you got the newsletter, you are going to look at that list of actions and you are going to take some actions and plug them into a calendar, just like they're an appointment with yourself. And you're going to treat them that way. So they're just as important as any other appointment you have. The doctor that takes 6 months to get into, that thing in your schedule is just as important. Okay, so I know I may be repetitive sometimes. I use my intuition. Sometimes like I said, I need to hear myself say these things again, but what piece of what I just talked about is important for you as you move into this week? What piece of this are you going to put into action? If you have time today and you stop this video, I say, get your paper out and start writing. If I can support you, you let me know. I do support you all in my mind. I'm excited by all the different things that you're all doing to create the life that you want. And this is where it starts, right? So start with that vision, write it down. Why do you want it? Why is it important? You can even start to think about what the obstacles are that will come up to stop you, because you know what your obstacles are. Okay, now I'm starting to go into a long seminar, so I'm going to stop there for now today. Maybe we'll talk about obstacles next week. But just wanted to share that with you. Of course, it's always exciting being around students because they're so fresh and excited and energized. So that was just a great experience for me to be able to do that. And it always makes me think, geez, what would have happened if I could have been in their shoes hearing some of these things? Luckily, I was pretty young still, but not as young as they were or are. And it's just really a big honor to be able to impart some of this information and wisdom that I've gained over all these years with them. And they were interested, which is the best part. Okay, have a great week ahead. You figure out how to make it great for you, and you can do it. We can all do it. We'll do it together. Okay, have a great week. Take care. Talk to you next week.